Hey, what's up guys? Just kind of getting the camera situated here. Get started. So yeah, we're gonna do a little bit of a frag and chill. It's been a while since I've done one of these, but I have to get some WYSIWYG up on the site, so I figured it'd be a good opportunity to hang out, get you guys caught up on what's going on, talk some stuff, answer some questions. I don't know if this is a good angle or not. I don't know. Figure it out. Maybe. I don't know. I feel like I can do a better angle than this. Maybe. Alright, so I'm going to try to use my other phone here for chatting purposes. I'm going to turn it on, so we'll see if it stays charged. What's up, guys? Hey, what's up, Carson? So yeah, we're going to do a little bit of a frag and chill Q&A, just kind of hang out. You guys can ask whatever questions you want. They can be reef-related, non-reef-related. I'll give you guys an update. Yeah, we haven't done a frag and chill in forever. But I do have a bunch of stuff I got to cut up. And I am adding WYSIWYG to the website again, finally, so just kind of chilling out. So turning on the other phone, and we'll get started. My bandsaw is broken. I can't really figure out what it is right now. I think it's this main wheel that needs to be replaced. So we're going to use the Dremel with the diamond bit. So we'll use that today to do some cutting. But and I got some new plugs that I'm going to try out too, so it's kind of figure out what I want to do. But let's see here. Let me go ahead and hop on YouTube with my other phone and see if I can get the chat up. But eating chicken fingers and fries while watching. Man, chicken fingers and fries sound amazing. Yeah, the boys call them chicken fries. So yeah, what's up, man? What's up, Mikey? What's up, Travis? Hey guys, if you guys got questions coming in, I'm trying to load it up now, so just give me a second. That way I can possibly see them a little bit better on the phone here. Mobile data good. How do I... Okay, let me go to the main channel and see if it shows up live. Oh, here we go. Cool. Let me turn the volume down. So, it's saying that the battery power is going down, so I'll see how long this lasts for. Hopefully it'll last for a little while, but no promises. Worst case scenario, I will hop back on and use the other chat here. But, yeah, so let's see what we got here. What's up, Travis? Do you know of anything that eats Ublia algae for 25-gallon tank? I have 2 urchins that aren't touching it. I'm telling you, urchins are not that great. I mean, a lot of people think they're pretty cool and they can do, pretty much clean up anything, but they primarily feed on coralline from what I've noticed. So I don't recommend urchins. I would think blue-legged hermit crabs, lawnmower blenny, anything that really can pick at it is going to be your best bet. What is that other one? What's that? Somebody remind me, that giant slug thing. What's that called? Let me grab some stuff. What is that, that giant slug-looking thing that basically if you don't get it out, it will explode? I don't know. Well, I forgot the name of it. Sea hare, yeah. The sea hare is pretty popular as well. Man, mine already at 24%, so I'm going to come through here and probably just, maybe I'll Dremel some of this off. But this is appleberry. It's an acropora. So let me go ahead and do this first. Sea pickle. Sea pickle. Yeah, I guess as you call it, afraid of cut. Why am I so afraid to cut frags? I feel like they are so delicate that I will kill them. Well, I don't think you're gonna... Well, it depends on the healing process. I mean, and how you cut them. I mean, of course you can kill them. But, let me turn this up. Can you still hear me? This is definitely not my preferred method. But see how it does. Yeah, I much prefer to use the saw, but when it comes to cutting coral, it's pretty simple. It's not really I mean, it can be a delicate process, but a lot of these acroporas are pretty sturdy. Let me go ahead and grab my new frag plugs. I got some of them here. We'll talk about why I kind of moved to those. Alright, so you guys remember like the acro plug, like the little 3D printed one? So I just made a version 2 of it, and what I did is I made the base a lot thicker, or the stem a lot thicker, because when they're in here, they can move around. See? And Big Bertha likes to take my plugs out. So I made it big enough just to fit in there. So now it's not coming out. So we'll see how that works. I printed a bunch of them, so we'll see how it does. But, yeah, let me grab my glue here. But yeah, I mean, cutting frags, it just takes time. I know when I first started doing it in the 125, I was all worried about it, but as with anything, once you do it a little bit more, you're gonna be fine. It's not really a big deal. Let me see. Hopefully this is a decent angle. Let me know. Hey, what's up, guys? Sea pickle, sea hair. Yeah, sea hair. Sea pickle sounds dirty. Penis of the sea. Yeah, probably. Doing dental work on the coral. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I'll probably just use the bone cutters for what I can. So these plugs work the same way as the other ones. They have the little hole there where you'll add your glue. Okay, and then you can stick the frag in, depending on what type it is. And then of course this Insta-Set. You don't have to use Insta-Set, but I like to use it. And yeah, so we're gonna do a few more. I got a whole bunch of stuff I got to get done, but we'll see how the battery does. Other than that, guys, so how's inflation for everybody? How's that doing? Everybody asked me if or not everybody, but a few people have asked me how it's impacted the business and kind of how things have kind of played out with all the changes in the world. Well, it's definitely showing, especially when it comes to getting inventory and stuff like that. That's probably my biggest issue right now, is just trying to get stuff in. Ordering filament has been a little bit of an issue. I mean, it's not horrible, but it's definitely it could definitely be a lot better. But hopefully it will change, and we'll go back to normal soon. So I'm not going to do a ton of these because I actually want to grow this colony out. I'll do one or two more. And basically I'm just looking for whatever's sticking out the most. That'll be easiest to cut. But yeah, so guys, I went to New York City last weekend for the first time. Had some family stuff come up. And let me put this away. So yeah, went to New York City, drove in New York City for the first time. With the truck, thankfully. And that was interesting. Some guy ran into me going over the bridge. Basically, he just felt like he was going to push his way through. And he ended up rubbing my tires up the whole side of his car. The dude had expired tags. And he was like trying to call the police and all this stuff. I'm like, listen, bro, we're not sitting here doing this. And you know, I even offered my insurance information. He wouldn't even bother it. But long story short, the guy he ended up just wiping off the black rubber from his car and leaving. But yeah, the dude, I was just sitting there in traffic, and he comes cutting across and scraped up the whole side of his car. Didn't feel bad for the dude at all. This is definitely a language barrier. He didn't speak very well English very well, and he had an attitude, so that was not a fun combination. But I did pretty good. I could definitely feel myself getting a little heated, so I took a couple deep breaths and walked away. But yeah, just not a very good place. So I was sitting outside the ER, just kind of chilling, and yeah, people in New York City are on a whole nother planet, man. They just do some dumb stuff and just really weird, you know, just throwing stuff on the ground, like talking to themselves, harassing people. I was like, man, I've been here for 24 hours and I'm done. Yeah, gas prices, bro, you're killing me. Yeah. Missed you. Hey, what's up, John? Yeah, I miss you guys too, man. I gotta get back into it. What did you do in the Army? 1 second. Let's see here. I'm gonna scroll up so I can get these other questions. But yeah, gas prices are pretty ridiculous right now. I'm gonna go ahead and put these in the tank real quick. 1 second. I'm just gonna toss them in here and then I'll come back. That way I'm not wasting a ton of time. I might as well do this green digitata. But yeah, I mean, I don't have the car anymore, so I mean, that thing had pretty good gas mileage, but it was a sports car, and I didn't drive it like I should have. So it basically evened out to what the truck was. I actually got 20 miles to gallon on the truck on the way to New York, which was pretty good. And I'm going to Vermont next weekend. Unfortunately, my dad has prostate cancer, and he's been dealing with that for a couple of years now. But he actually is a pretty big drinker. He has been my whole life, but essentially the alcohol is what's killing him right now. So he's got like a little over a month left. So I'm basically going to go down and see him next weekend, see my mom, see my brother, or go up, sorry, see my mom, see my brother, kind kind of do the, you know, the goodbye stuff. I might get another trip in before, but just in case. So he starts hospice next week, pretty sure, something like that. Yeah, so that sucks. But you know, we'll do therapy on it later in life. So, no, but you know, it is. You know, we all make decisions in life, and I went back. You guys remember that video I posted a few months back? Like, I went to Vermont and went to all these places where I was a kid and just kind of had closure with a lot of things, and you know, all that kind of stuff. So I went and talked to him, and you know, talked about the decisions that he made and all that kind of stuff. So I had my peace with him months ago, but it's still, you know, still the reality of all that stuff sucks pretty bad. But yeah, so I'm gonna be there next weekend. I got to get ready for my next fight coming up. You know, there's a whole bunch of stuff going on, so yeah, just gotta keep going. Let me check out these questions real quick. I have a candy cane coral that are like on tree type frag. Can I cut each one? Oh yeah. You can cut them. Just cut the base. Make sure you're not cutting the flesh. Just cut the skeleton structure that's down lower, and you should be fine. And then you can individually frag them up, and then they'll split, and that's just kind of how they grow. So let's see here. What did I do in the Army? So I joined the Army as a 19 kilo, which is I always was fascinated with tanks, like Abrams tanks. Like when I was a kid, I really loved them. Since, you know, I got the tattoo here too, but I really like the Abrams, so I wanted to join the military and drive a tank or shoot a tank or just be in a tank. So that's what I did, and well, it didn't work out because we're not using tanks in Afghanistan. So when we mobed up, I mobed up as 11 Bravo, which is infantry, and then I was a Mark 19 gunner overseas. Yeah, so that was my job while I was over there, and yeah. Hopefully that answers your question. Let's see what else we got here. What's the price? How much was gas in New York? Gas in New York was ridiculous. We actually went back to New Jersey and got it there because it was $4.90, $4.90 in Jersey, and it was like $5.20 something. This is regular, by the way, in New York City. Now I don't know what their plus was. Probably closer to $6, if not more. But yeah, man. I mean, I don't blame people for not spending money. That's crazy. That's crazy. So yeah, New Jersey. Plus, New Jersey, you can't pump your own gas anyways. They do it for you, which is super awkward. Especially if you're rolling up with like change. If you get like $5 in quarters, and you're like, "Hey, bro, fill me up." So, yeah, man. I just imagine the things that gas attendant sees on a daily basis. I can only imagine. But yeah, New York City. Not a fan. I probably won't go back, even though we are swinging through New York on the way home next week. But so we gotta, yeah. So we gotta take a stop there. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. But yeah, we are gonna stop on New York on the way back because it is on the way, technically. And but it's not the city though, thankfully, because I'm not doing that. Yeah. Nope. I guess I'm gonna have to use some of these other plugs while I get those. You guys got to see Wiggles, man. She's getting huge. Come here. Come here. Come here. All right, nope, she's gone. That's a cat, by the way, for anybody's wondering who Wiggles is. But yeah, so gonna be getting back in the swing of things soon. Right now, my goal is to just get the website back up and running the way it should. Get the corals on there. Getting filament back in, which is nice. Getting the 3D printed orders caught up. Speaking of that, I went ahead and added new notification system. So when you order, what's up, Carson? Welcome to the member group. So when you order 3D printing, there's going to be a notification that goes out that says that your 3D printing is in line, waiting for a printer. And then there's going to be a notification that tells you when it's printing, and then there's going to be a notification that tells you when it's done printing. Because I was getting a lot of people saying, "Hey, is it done printing yet?" And it's better just to send a notification out. Let me go ahead and toss these in the tank real quick. The lights are going out. And they're out. Is it 9 o'clock already? Damn. Let me go ahead and grab my other frag plugs off the printer real quick. I just finished another batch of these. So that should be good. I'll hold this over for a minute. Hey, I got a question. Does anybody know anything about dehumidifiers? Because mine just stopped working. The fan doesn't spin anymore. Doesn't do anything. The screen turns on, the buttons work. It just, the fan stopped. I checked it, drained it, all that kind of stuff. I don't know. So if anybody knows anything. 3 a.m. here. What's up, Carson? Oh, question. Sorry, I missed him. 1 second. Yo, if you want to be good at jiu-jitsu, you can do a sex change and fight women. Bet you can't be a champ. Yo, bro, I hate to break it to you, but I'm a champ without doing that. I'm not trying to flex or anything. Hey, I got 2 gold medals already. Not bad. You know, I mean, I didn't. The last competition wasn't really much, but of competition, but it was still fun. What clippers and glue are you using? So these are just from my 3D printer because my bone cutter's broke. And then I'm just what is the other question? Glue. I use BRS, the extra thick stuff, and I also use the instant set. And then I have my own frag plugs. Let's see here. Are them 3D printing plugs actually cheaper than just buying bulk ceramic plugs, Travis? Seems like it'd be a lot of printing and energy each one. Well, I don't really look at it that way. I mean, I'm sure that it's the ceramic ones might be easier in the long run, but I look at it as just an option. Plus, a lot of people like to put their names on them, and they want we can do different colors, like a different color base than the stem. And I don't know. I like printing them. And plus, I use them myself, and I just throw it on a printer. I don't really worry about it. It just does its own thing. So I don't know. I haven't calculated the math on that yet. I feel your pain. It costs me 40 in diesel to work every day. Yes, man, I don't know about that. I'm glad that a lot of that stuff for my boys and just shipping and jiu-jitsu are relatively close, but it still adds up real quick. 3 a.m. Where are you at to be 3 a.m.? The fan capacitor. How do I check that, John? Fan capacitor. I'll check that out. I'll take it apart. Am I gonna get electrocuted? I'm assuming don't do it while it's turned on or plugged in, right? Let me grab some coral real quick. I want to cut some ATL blue clover. Where you at? Where you at, boy? There we go. There we go. I've been wanting to cut some of this for a while. Nice blue tips, purple tips, kind of tips. I might have to grab the other colony, but I've been wanting to cut some of this for a bit now. So these are all going to be WYSIWYGs. So what you see is what you get once they're healed a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to have to cut the other colony. Trying to figure out how I want to do this. But, yeah, I'd much rather do WYSIWYG. I guess this will be a good one. Let me grab the other colony. There's a few colonies in here. There's a few. Okay, this one's got a little bit better when it comes to the tips. I think that will do for now. Yeah, that will good. What else do I got? I'm finally getting some of these colonies to grow out. It's been a while. And the 300's growing pretty good. I'll get you guys an update next week. I'm going to add some more frags to it. And I want to get a rock for the bottom of the glass, like a frag rock. So let me see what we got here for questions. Voltmeter, and yes, unplug it. Don't kill yourself yet. I only electrocute myself all the time. Let's see. What par do you keep your acros and Monties at? Do you sell your frags? Yes. So, well, in my frag tubs, I keep the par around about 350. Is about 350 right now in the tub, and in the tank it ranges from the bottom glass. I'm at 250 all the way up to the top of the rock structure, which the original rock structure, which was like closer to 800. But yeah, it's most of them are in a pretty moderate 300, 400 par range. And I do run a little bit higher par than most people, and I do run a longer lighting schedule than most people because my goal is to grow this stuff out as quickly as possible. And of course, you know, it's part of the business. So this is gonna be a nice frag. It's gonna be real nice. Hopefully these plugs work out well. Big Bertha hasn't messed with the one so far, but that's gonna be a smoking frag. That's gonna be real nice. But yeah, so I keep it a pretty average range because I have to remember that people were buying these. You know, I got to try to match the rest of the hobby. So of course I run a higher par in the tank, and then when I frag from the tank, it comes down to the tubs, which then has a lower par, which really adjusts for a lot of people's tanks, and then you know, go from there. There has been cases where people have purchased from me, the corals got a little brown because they weren't used to the par, and then within a few weeks it came back to normal colors, which is pretty common. So nothing too crazy there. These are gonna be really nice. Let me zap them there. And yes, I do sell the frags. They are on the website. Okay, probably my first serious comment of all time. Do you have any experience moving tanks to a different house? If so, advice, 5-hour drive. Okay. Yes, I've moved several tanks. 5 hours. Now there's a couple things you got to take into consideration here while these are drying. Livestock and coral. I would say if you're relocating a tank and you have a ton of coral, your best bet is to try to frag that coral and sell it before you move. Or sell most of it. I would say keep a handful of frags of each colony just in case, but I would try to sell the majority of it. That way you can lessen the chances of DOA stuff. It just makes sense. Try to make some money while you can, because you never know, you might actually lose it. So first things first, try to sell as much coral as you can. Then when you do move, make sure you're using tubs with bubblers, air bubblers, heaters, even power heads if you want. Make sure you're able to plug that stuff into your car. I know there's special outlets and all that you can do, but make sure you have stable temperature, you have airflow, and you have circulation, temperature, all that kind of stuff. Make sure it's good to go. So what I would do is I would put my live rock with as much coral off of it as you can. I'd put that in the bin. Of course, have all those things I mentioned before. Make sure you don't fill it up too high, and if you do, make sure you put a lid on it, because one time you hit the brakes, it's going to go flying. Next thing I would do is put your fish in a separate container. Again, add the same thing: heat, airflow, or heat, air bubbler, and you don't really need power heads or anything like that. I would throw some PVC in there so they can hide during the process, and again, put a lid on there so you don't have to worry about spilling it. And then with the coral, I would use something like one of these cooler things. I'll show you right now. Let's see here. So one of these little jokers here. Hopefully you can see it. Now I use this for like frag swaps and stuff, and then you can put all your frags on like egg crate, and then this will keep the temperature pretty consistent during the whole process. So that's what I would do for moving coral. And yeah, just take your time. If you can, if it's possible, if you can take a trip a couple weeks prior and set up a tank before you get there, that would be ideal. You'd want to make sure the tank was up and running and stable. And then when you transfer all your stuff over to the tank, even if it's just running water, but it's up and running and temperature is stable, you can make the transition a little bit easier. So let me go ahead and throw these frags in here real quick. Give me a second. Just give me 10 seconds. 15 seconds. I should do a whole video of just Big Bertha petting her, because that's all she does. She just comes up and swims in between my fingers. One more. Okay. So, yeah, hopefully that answers your question. Let me go ahead and check and see here. This weekend at Hershey Park, there's going to be roughly 8K people there. Memorial Day, like 10K or something. That's a lot of people. I have a doser with 3 pumps. One is for elk. What's the best thing to dose? Okay, so you have a dosing pump with 3 pumps. One of them is for elk. Are you dosing, is it elk or calc? Elk? Yeah, so you should be dosing calcium and magnesium with the other 2. I'm still a big fan of dosing equal parts of calcium alkalinity. Some people don't like that, but it's always worked out well for me. And then magnesium for the other one. Speaking of frag swaps, are you gonna be at that fish place coming up? Carson, what day is that? When is it? I haven't got any notifications. I definitely go visit. I don't know if I'll sell, but what day is it and who's running it? Let me grab some more coral. I'm going to attempt to cut this, but I don't know if it's going to, the Screen Monster. I don't know, man. It's going to be weird. I don't think the blade's big enough. Let me check. Yeah, let me know. Let me know who's running it. All right, let's try this. I should get some glasses on. Yeah, I should do that. 1 second. So, fun fact for you guys. So, I've had hearing aids, because I just remember, I just felt it when I just put these on, but I've had hearing aids forever. I don't know if you can see me, right? So, make sure the camera's good. So, I've had these hearing aids for... See, now I can't hear shit below. Yeah, so, I had to start putting them in because the cauliflower ear, like, closed up the hole. So now, the only way to hear, there, that was good, is to put them in. When I put these glasses on, they end up smashing it. But, yeah, fun fact, man, cauliflower ear makes it so you can't hear shit. Just in case you guys are wondering. Is anything I can get that has calcium, magnesium in 1 pump? Then I can run trace elements in a 3rd pump. I think Alpha Reef, isn't Alpha Reef that thing that has all the stuff you need? I'm pretty sure. I haven't used it before. You guys hear me? I don't know. We're going to try to do this. I don't know how this is going to turn out, but we're going to try. There's one. Ooh. It's not too bad. Alright, well that doesn't taste good. Alright. That brings back memories. Oh, here's a little nub. I think that's all I'm going to get. Yeah, that's about it. Put this away. Alright, well, let's see here. Yeah, Alpha Reef you can run in 1 pump, yep. Mason-Dixon Reef Club is running it Saturday, June 4th. June 4th? That's coming up, right? What month? April, May? What month are we? May, June? I think I'm going to... Is that this first week? Is that like next week? I don't know. Is that next week? How long will what take to heal? The coral? Or my busted ear? Because it ain't ever going to heal, man. The coral is... the colony will take probably a week or so. The frags themselves take about 2 weeks. The colony's not going to be damaged or anything. It's fine. I do notice if there's any imperfections in the printing... It's so tight that it doesn't go in there all the way. There we go. But, yeah, it doesn't take very long. Next Saturday I'll be in Vermont, so I will not be going to that swap. I will be in Vermont. Yeah, man, I appreciate it. Appreciate you saying that, man. Thanks. But, yeah, so has anybody got anything else cool going on? Because my life is just full of crap. I think I'm gonna start doing some CrossFit. I started yoga. My coach said that I should probably start doing that because I'm 35 and I'm not I don't heal as quickly as I should, but I am pretty bendy. I've been doing a lot of since I've been doing yoga. I've also started playing open guard. If you do jiu-jitsu, you know what I'm talking about. But I've been playing a lot of open guard, and man, has it been paying off. I'm super bendy now. Like I can get stacked, and I'm just like, this is not that bad. So, but yeah. So I started doing yoga. I played open guard, and I really wanted to play open guard in my last fight, but it just didn't work. So, yeah. I don't know how I got on that, but yeah, open guard. Cool. Yeah, Carson. So I'll be gone next Saturday, so I won't be able to do that. So that's green. That's what? That's not green Slimer. That is green monster. So that will be good. Let me see what else I got here. So this is like our. I don't know what acro this is. It's gonna be hard to see. I'll have to get some. I have a picture of this as a WYSIWYG. It's like, I don't know. Like you can't see it here, but it's all. This is all like purple. I know. Yeah, you can't see it. But this is one of my favorite acros, and I don't remember the damn name of it. So I have to ask Jack what it is. But I did just put a WYSIWYG of it. It was in the 300 for a little while, and then that encrusting Montefora almost killed the colony, so I removed it and put it here on this disc, and thankfully saved it, because that would have sucked. I don't want to cut too much of it, just because I really want it to grow out. I'll do one more little nub. There we go. Let me throw this back in here. Big Bertha, what's up, girl? Living your best life, huh? But, yeah. I'll have to get the name of this. I don't know. I just put it up as random acro, because again, it's WYSIWYG, so I don't need to know the name of it. But I put my hammers. Oh yeah, that's what I want to ask. So I did put a poll out. I haven't checked what people said yet, but I asked if you guys wanted me to cut up the big Lobo, because it's too big to fit in a 300, and it's too big to fit in the low boys, and it takes up a ton of room in my tub. So I'm probably gonna go ahead and get like not a jigsaw, but one of those handheld giant blade saws, and that's gonna be the only way to cut it, because there's no Dremel. I'm not gonna be able to fit it on the saw there. So I'm gonna have to. It's gonna be a show to try to cut this Lobo, but I think I can get like 7 or 8 chunks of Lobo or corals out of it, and then I'm just gonna sell all of them, but like 1 or 2, because it's massive. I don't even know what kind of tank I would need to be able to keep that growing. It would have to be a 4-foot wide tank. Yeah, I just no way, man. I ain't got it. So these are pretty good. So we got green monster and some random acro. It kills me to see you piece it out. Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know. I think it's. I mean, I've had it for 6 years, and it started off as this little bitty, little thing I got from Brian, and now it's just disgusting. It's huge. And then when it feeds at night, its sweeper tentacles are another 5 or 6 inches on top of that. So it just takes up too much room, and hopefully we have some people that will really enjoy it. Let me go and throw these in here real quick. Should get some music. Coming back. I really hope these new frag plugs work out, because Big Bertha keeps destroying everything. Alright, so I have a little bit of this Chip Avona. I don't know. I kind of want to just leave it alone, but I don't have any of it right now. So let me just grab a chunk. I really need to get green bird's nest. I'm trying to find it. And what's crazy is, back in the 125, if you've been here since then, I had just these huge colonies of green bird's nest, and now I'm just scraping around trying to find some. It's funny how things like that happen. But one more. This is not the easiest coral to frag, because if you cut too deep, you'll hit one of the main structures, and you'll just break the whole colony off. Ask me how I know. I should probably do. I got candy canes I got to do at some point. What time is it? 9:25. All right, I'll do a few more minutes of this. But yeah, I got candy canes I got to get done. It's the colony, and I got a giant. Maybe we'll do another one of these tomorrow if you guys want, because I have a bunch of Xenia that's grown off the big rock. It's on the glass. Got that. So I might let me grab some more plugs. I might do another one tomorrow. Yeah, I probably will, just for the sake of hanging out with you guys. What is tomorrow? Saturday. So I have open mat in the morning. We're going to lunch. I don't know what we're doing. All right, so the plan is to do another chill tomorrow. If not, then I can do it probably Monday. I know we have the live stream on Monday, which I've missed the last couple weeks. I've been doing some stuff with another company, and I have not been able to get back in time. So it's kind of been a little bit of an issue, but I'm not going to do that this week. I'm definitely going to do the live stream. And then I got a bunch of emails with questions that people want answered, so I'm going to do those. And show you guys the new overflow box that I 3D printed. I've been wanting to do that for a while, so. See here. Green bird's nest grows like weeds in my tank. Little pieces will break off and transplant them around the room, around the tanks. Yeah, I have a Pulsapora that does that. It doesn't break off; it just has babies. I mean, it's all over the back of the tank in the 300. It's in nooks and crannies, and it just shows up in random places. But I don't see, maybe I missed it, but I don't see the main colony splitting off at all. I just feel like it's having babies. It did it in a couple of my client tanks too, so you just can't get rid of it. Green bird's nest, but it's pretty close. So these are kind of. I guess I can do one of these. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is, I think Monday I will knock out a bunch of videos, and that way I have stuff uploaded all week while I'm gone. Mark is the best. Yeah, I haven't watched one of Mark's live streams in a while. Unfortunately, I don't really do too much of the stuff in our community just because I don't have the ability to sit down. Let's see here. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, let me know. I'm going to go ahead and just throw these in the tank real quick. We'll do a few more minutes and just kind of hang out probably to make it 45 minutes. That way it's not too long. But let me put these in the tank. Maybe. Big Bertha. Alrighty. I think that's all I'm going to do tonight, just because I have to take out those other colonies. But so yeah, if I don't live stream tomorrow to finish up, because we got like 7 or 8 colonies I got to cut up, and so if I don't do that tomorrow, I'll do it Monday. And either way, I'll get a couple of videos out for you guys this week to kind of make up for sitting around. But yeah, if you want to support the channel, head over to Fishofhex.com. There's a bunch of WYSIWYG I put up there, and of course 3D printing, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, let me just check to see if there's anything else here. How often do you dose Acro Power and Chaeto Grow? So I think I just did a video on this a couple weeks ago, but I dose Acro Power twice a week, and I dose Chaeto Grow once a week. And this goes directly into the refugium, and then I just put half of it in the tub, half of it in the tank. And I'm doing about 100 milliliters twice, and then 100 milliliters once. But again, that's for my volume. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I did a video on that recently. I'll double check and see. But yeah, I think we're good. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream, hung out a little bit. I know it wasn't that long. It went by a lot quicker. I didn't get a lot done because I was talking the whole time. But yeah, so I'll see you guys either tomorrow or I'll see you guys Monday with some more videos. All right. Appreciate you being here, and I'll see you later. All right. Peace.